Okay, so first I want to start by saying Kalalal Yahweh, Bashem Yahushai, Bashem Rakakodash, double honors to the apostles and elders of James Creighton Stone, and salutation to you, I came out there pushing the truth in sincerity, the hopeful elect, Shalom. This is Brother Cannon from James, Jamaica, with another quick lesson, and basically this is just pointing out a few things in related to the George Floyd murder case. You know, basically, reports are coming out that basically Floyd was charged for armed robbery or whatever. And I mean, and if this video that I'm looking on, if you look at the comments, basically, you can definitely tell that these are crackers. These are, yes, I said crackers. These are white Caucasians, put it that way. Edomites, really, that basically using a justification that look, a person was committed for robbery or whatever, and I mean, justifies the action that was taken to basically put this person to death, you know, which is basically murder, based on what I've seen, and I mean, and the world basically share the same view, and I mean, but you know, this is something that is taking place for centuries, decades, you know what I mean, and it's not gonna change until Yahweh Shem Yahshua really put him foot in and step in, you know what I mean. Now, talking about robbery, just want to show you the hypocrisy of the so-called white man, and you Jakes love to basically forgive and forget, you know what I mean. The Edomites don't forgive and forget. It doesn't matter, yo, you know what I mean. Them are gonna always bring up a past to justify anything at all like I'm to you. Now, we don't forgive and we don't forget the so-called white man past. Remember slavery, you know what I mean? I'm talking about, we were talking about the Hebrew Israelites, mainly James, the elect of God. God don't forget, and the elect don't forget, because we come in the same spirit of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. You know what I mean? We don't forget what the so-called white man did to our foreparents. You know what I mean? And let's put it this way, right? Okay, yes, all right. So Negroes robbing, let me put it away there. Israelites robbing people today. The reason why people rob people because them don't have it. You know why they Israelites don't have it today? Because they were robbed and spoiled by guess who? Yes, the so-called privileged white race. You Edomites. You are the ones basically robbed us of our wealth, you know what I mean, of our riches, of our identity, you know what I mean, because now you're calling yourself Israelis in the Middle East, which you are not the real Israelites. We are the real Israelites, speaking about the Negroes, right, Latinos and Native Americans. You are predominantly, basically, you are the real Israelites, and you lost your identity by these thieves, you know what I mean, and call it the real identity theft, you know what I mean. Now you're calling yourself African American and all type of other name, blacks and all these things. You lost identity because there's a real criminal upon the earth. The man of perdition, the son, the man of sin, the son of perdition, sorry. You know what I mean? And just look at a few of these comments. This person by the name of Jekyll Hyde or whatever, it says, let's be honest, Floyd was unhealthy and wasn't gonna even make it till his daughter's wedding. She is like 6 years old. Laugh my ass off. Right? Guess this what get fuck out a year or something. I don't even know what they're trying to say. GFY, whatever that means. Right? And Floyd's criminal record proves he's a bad man. See how that goes? Alright, so basically you can just understand straight from say, yo, what happened to Floyd is deserving. You know what I mean? And we know that no one perished being innocent, but we'll just show you the minds of the so-called white man. I guess your time is coming. Karma is coming for you crackers, right? Because the Most High don't forget what you did to our people. Now, let me just pull a few scriptures, right? All right, let me start with Isaiah 42 and verse 22. It said, but this is a people robbed and spoiled, talking about who? The Israelites. They are people robbed and spoiled. The reason why you people have to do the things that you are doing today because you were robbed of your riches. And guess who get the privilege of living with your riches today by their foreparents? The so-called white man. What was done 400 years ago or before that coming up to now, you know what I mean? They are living off that benefits, and you are in the ghettos committing vile acts, you know what I mean? And being placed, you know, basically being put to death, being or if you get put to death, these are situations they use to justify that. Look, oh, you live in the ghetto basically, or you have criminal records. A lot of people in the ghetto have criminal records because they are poor. Not saying that everyone in the ghetto have a criminal record, but a lot of people do. You know what I mean? Because it's called survival, yo. You can't, if you go into a person home and rob them all them all, it's hard to basically get back up, and a lot of people can't even get jobs based on where they're living. Your address eliminate you from getting jobs. You know what I mean? Your skin color eliminate you from getting jobs. So this is what people are basically protesting about, which protesting is really crap, because you're complaining to the white man for equality, which is bull crap. And I mean, as we said before, we are better than the so-called white man. And I mean, let me continue. But this is a people rather than spoiled. They are all of them snared in holes, and they are hidden prison houses. They are for prey, and none deliver it, for spoil, and none say it restore. Nobody can give back these people the riches with them foreparents lost. You know what I mean? We are coming from royalty. Let's go do some research on who used to rule Europe in the 1400s coming up. You know what I mean? Or even before. You know what I mean? From 325 AD, around there about, you know what I mean? Coming up. Who used to rule to that time period? You know what I mean? King James was a black man, so to speak. You know what I mean? So you crackers don't know, you don't know anything, yo. Right? You were the one living in caves. Caucasian, that's where the word Caucasian come from. As the Caucasus Mountains. Alright? Now, let me continue. Right, the Bible says, let me continue. Who among you will give ear to this? Who will hearken an ear for the time to come? Who gave Jacob for a spoil and Israel to the robbers? Who are the robbers? The so-called white man who robbed us and brought us into slavery. You robbed people from their families. You took away their wealth. And you're talking about a man who basically you're saying that he's justified to be put to death in the way he was put to death because he was a robber. Well, guess what? All you crackers deserve death for the action of your foreparents. And the Bible said that. You know what I mean? But let me just get a few more precepts. I'm going to just pause there and go to Revelation 13 and verse 9. It says, if any man have an ear, let him hear. And it says, he that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. It says, he that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. Who brought us into slavery? The so-called white man. Right? But guess what's coming for you, you crackers, you Edomites? Slavery is coming for you, right? It says, he that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints. Who are the saints? You Israelites. You know what I mean? This is what you're supposed to be patiently open for and waiting for, because there's a time coming where karma is going to basically take its full effect. The so-called white man going to go into captivity, and guess what? There will be the one, but even now, you are the real robbers, yo. Even with the wealth you have, no, you're still robbing people. You're still going into Africa with US aids, and you're still robbing the wealth in Africa. You know what I mean? You're still going all over the world, robbing people of them wealth. And them resources, yo. You know what I mean? And living living bountiful because of that. America thrive on going into other people's countries, taking their oils, taking their wealth, you know what I mean? For who? Who benefit? The so-called white man, yo. So talking about robbers, you are the real robbers, yo. Now, let me just go to this is Galatians 6 and verse 7. It says, be not deceived, Yahweh is not mocked. For whatsoever a man soweth, that shall he also reap. For he that soweth to his flesh shall of the flesh reap corruption, but he that soweth to the spirit shall of the spirit reap everlasting life. Right, so Go back to 6 and 7. It says, whatsoever you sow, that you're going to reap. And you sow, you people sowing wickedness upon the earth, guess what? You're going to reap? You're going to reap hell. You're going to reap your reward. You're going to reap the same slavery you brought up on the people. You're going to reap lynching. You're going to get it double too, according to the Bible. You know what I mean? But that's for you Israelite, understand that you are the true sons of the Most High. You know what I mean? And you patiently waiting for this, because we have a judgment coming, yo. And this is just showing up the so-called white man for who we truly are. You know what I mean? For who they truly are. Let me just get another precept real quick. Right, see Trump holding up the Bible. Trump, the Bible is not for you, yo. You are going into slavery. You and your fellow co-workers, you are going into slavery. Let me just read this. This is Isaiah 14. I'm just going to jump straight to the point. Right? Verse 21. It says, prepare slaughter for his children for the iniquity of their fathers, that they do not rise, nor possess the land, nor fill the face of the world with cities. Right? Because who is referring to? This is referring to the Edomites. You know what I mean? If you want to go back up further and read, but in the interest of time, just I read to the point. You know what I mean? It says, prepare slaughter for their children for the iniquity of their fathers. Because you know the truth is, you are your forefathers. The same people that mess up on the comment board are coming. The same people that were behind them door with them AR-15 and ammunition and all other type of rifle, stacking up weapons, preparing for a day when chaos basically take place in America or worldwide. These same people used to live back in the 400 years ago, or be a part of slavery, full-fledged slavery, gathering you up on ships and bringing you. There's a thing called reincarnation in the Bible. You know what I mean? But for those who want to believe, believe. You don't want to believe, it doesn't matter. You know what I mean? So the Bible also says, guess what? The Bible also says, either toucheth you, toucheth the apple of the Most High eye, which you are the apple. Sorry, you are the apple of the Most High eye. You know what I mean? Basically, and you Israelites, I'm referring to. So don't feel like the white man gonna get about for this. Matter of fact, everything I see take place on the earth right now is because the vengeance of the Lord is taking place. The Most High bring vengeance upon the earth, and vengeance is what? To the temple, which is you 12 tribes, you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. You know what I mean? So anytime you hear them talk about robbers or criminal activities, remember the so-called man, he is the king of criminality. He's the king of He's the king of wickedness, the son of perdition, the man of sin. You know what I mean? It's the serpent, the devil, Satan. Right? So that I was want to say, Kalala Yahweh Ba'ashem Yoshai, Ba'ashem Rakakadash, double honors to the apostles and elders of James Street on the stone, and to you I came out there. Shalom.